Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. This is Lillian7 at 4206 Boomer. I decided I'd pick you all up today. I woke up this morning with a lot of love on my heart, so I thought I'd get up and start cooking, preparing for my meal later on, for my meal tomorrow. And what else did I have to do? And I'm gonna eat breakfast. Well, I'm gonna fry some bacon and nibble while I cook. So y'all excuse me. I'm a old fashioned. I have to have a sink full of clean water and wash as I go when I cook. And that's why you will always see dishes in the sink, because as I wash whatever I'm using, I just wash it and put it in the sink. Sometimes I reuse it, sometimes I don't, but then I cook and clean at the same time. I don't, and my dog, if y'all notice, she follows in behind me, but she stops at the door. She even stops, turns around and bags up. She doesn't come into the kitchen. She's not allowed in the kitchen. Now, every now and then she'll go a little crazy if it's somebody that she hadn't seen and she's excited about it and they hear her and they're in the kitchen with me. She will come in, but she starts backing up. She know, okay, we got to, y'all come on. I want to see you. Come on out of here. So good morning. How are y'all doing? I'm gonna probably eat enough bacon for my blood pressure to be sufficiently high. That's why, and then with the ham hocks. So see, I just really do things. I have to save up to do things bad. Okay. So my badness, I've been saving up. I've been eating a whole lot of chicken and a whole lot of Mexican food. But those are basically the things that I grew up with. I'm in Texas, and I don't know about other families. I grew up, we didn't, everybody stayed at home. Sometimes, your mom would have friends and somebody like that they would talk to, and they'd come over to the house and hang out a little bit on Friday nights, because we had the record player and the 45s. So all the single women that my mother got along with, and they would tolerate her and us because all of us had her personality. But so when we all, they would come in and they'd bring a little bit of this and a little bit of that. On Friday nights, we'd have fish fries. They'd be playing the music. The kids and I, we would all be hanging out, doing whatever we're doing, playing jacks, marbles, checkers, fighting, just whatever. She had one lady friend that her children and I, it was always a struggle. They were, they didn't want to be there and we didn't want them to be there. And that was, out of all of them, that was the one group. And I'm telling you, y'all probably had some of those friends, or cousins, oh no, they coming over, I don't want, try to get sick or go to bed or whatever, and you can't get out of it. But anyway, but we used to have, they be dancing and popping their fingers and telling stories about what they, y'all know about grown single women raising children by themselves. So it's certain things that you do and you laugh and talk about and put the word out on the one that ain't worth it and don't mess with. You know how that is, y'all. So, but anyway, I grew up in a culture like that. And see, like, they would be in the kitchen, on the kitchen table, cooking and having their little sips and puffs. My mother smoked. So that, I guess that's where I get that from too. But so they would be sitting there smoking and drinking their little whatever beer or beverage of their preference. They would be drinking their beverage of preference. So and we, sometimes we would be the ones to be in the DJ, and we'd be in the living room running the stereo. and we be pantomiming and dancing, and as we got older. But sometimes, but it started off when we was playing marbles, all right? And then we got to the point where we DJing and running the record player. They in the kitchen party, cooking the food and, hanging out. But anyway, I'm checking on my bacon. I'm frying some bacon so I can put something in my stomach. I've noticed I haven't been eating enough. And your body will let you know when it's turning on you. See, I'm eating myself up. I need something to eat. I wasn't getting enough protein. So, because, like I said, what is it, chicken? I've been eating chicken and back to the Mexican food. My grandparents, they work for a restaurant, and they started opening up different locations, and that's what they did. And so when they, this last one that they went and opened up, they liked the little country town they were in, and they stayed, and that's how we ended up moving up there. My mother just never could do away with her, the tug on her mother, and learn to live. Don't take that wrong. Everybody needs to learn to get grown, and everybody needs their mama. But you need to learn how to live your life, not your mama's life through you, or your life for your mama. Okay? You got to have you in there somewhere. And I didn't understand that. Okay, that's not trying to be a dig, and I don't want to hurt nobody. But somebody, I guess, it's sometimes you just have to, you love them and you want them and you want to be there, but that's what God puts in us, where we have that choice. When you know that this is there but this is not for you, it's not for you at this time. That's when you have to, trust in God and have Him give you the strength. And I think they finally, I don't know, that kind of tug of fear will make you sometimes resent. And maybe that's what happened with me. But we got psychological back on the couch, big money paying problems up in here about that now. See, but I already know that, and it's over with, and it's nothing can be done about it. Okay, is it? I know it. I acknowledge it, and we done been. So that's just one of those things. Nobody ain't getting no money for me to learn how to deal with something I can't do nothing about. Okay. That's he puts you into the crazy situation. Who's crazy? Me and you. I'm gonna give you the money to help me to forget and to accept what's something I can't do nothing about that happened over 60 years ago. Not mine. Okay. Anyway, so I'm going to what I'm doing right now. I'm eating this, but I'm getting ready to start getting all my stuff chopped and prepared, because it's going to take a while to cook those ham hocks, and to get those up and ready for me to be dealing with them. And I am trying to put something together. Shouldn't take but a minute if I find the holes. So, me and my little gadgets of convenience sometimes wonder how convenient, how convenient, how convenient. All right. Okay, y'all. Thank you very much. Okay. I really should have that here. Okay. That's the one for this. Oh, y'all. Well, I guess I should let you go since I'm not doing nothing but rattling pots and pans. I did, I told y'all I did my broth last night for my chicken, the chicken, so that I could start my ham hocks today. So that's what I'm getting ready now to do. So sit them in their pots. Are y'all following me? I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. Okay, just where you are. What am I doing? Okay, these are my pots. I'm getting them ready. All right. What we're going to do, we're going to skim. Okay. Oh, yeah. Now, see, that's the fat that comes off of that chicken broth that I made. And so you can take that, save that. That's some good chicken grease. That's some good, fry something in that. Okay. Make you some cornbread. All right with that grease. All right, y'all. Let me get my container. Because I am going to, that's not, here it is. All right, y'all. Yes, that's why it's here, because that's what I used this for. I cleaned it out because I had finished the last broth and fat. But see, this is just plain. Look at that pretty, look how clean and yellow that is. Now, see, that's flavor. But see, you can that's flavor with no salt, just as I didn't put any salt. When I make my chicken broth, I don't put salt in it. I do, only thing gets in there after I boil it off, I put some carrots and onions, what is it, a little, depends on what, but so basically it's just carrots and onions in there. I don't put pepper, nothing, because see, I want the flavor of the chicken, and then I can do that, because see, just because I'm doing that, and what right now, if I put a certain seasoning in there, it would lean toward that flavor. And this is a multi-purpose. I'm gonna cook this with black-eyed peas, with greens, or with other different vegetables, because it'll keep for a week in the refrigerator. So if I cook some peas, cook something later on. But y'all, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm about full. I have ate so much Mexican food, and that was why I was back on that about the grandparents working at. We eat Mexican food. My family, we eat Mexican food. This is the only thing that I can say that we all agree upon that we will eat. Some doesn't like tomato sauces, some don't like sauces at all, some don't like gravies, some don't like, I have a child that don't like fried potatoes, can you believe it? It's certain things, but we can always agree upon Mexican food. And y'all, I'm tired. Our Mexican food out, because we had it for, what was it, Thanksgiving, Christmas? Oh, and I ate enough of it. I want to take a break for it for a little while. And between that and leaving that, you have what, chicken? I had chicken every kind of way. So I think I'm full, and I need to just kind of get back. I was getting dressed, and I noticed a different kind of sway in my walk, and I kind of questioned that. And then I thought about it a little bit more. And ladies, we need to just start doing some exercises. We got to perk these booties back up. You know, these cheeks, they're falling. I thought it was something stuck to me. My butt had failed and it was rubbing, and I thought it was, I'm not used to that. So, y'all, we got to get, okay, so I'm going to hit that treadmill inside. I loved exercising, and I still do. I used to exercise about, 2 hours? But no, I do. Yeah, 2 hours a day, 6 days a week. Loved it. Well, and then, I always play sports, so I'm just an active person. I've always been. But anyway, I am going to start back on the treadmill. That'll give me something to do, and then it's cool and it's inside the house. I like to walk Sheila this time of year, and it's good like that. But she old stiff and got arthritis, and I do too, so we don't need to be out there in the cold. Even though I can warm up, she do too, but let's just don't do each other like that. Some things we just don't have to do. We can do it in the house. That's what you call old woman creature comforts, okay?